What is law enforcement in relation to the CGS?
The law enforcement as the first pillar is considered to be the initiator of or the prime mover of the criminal justice system.
What in general are the functions of the law enforcement in relation to the administration of the CGS? Explain each.
The functions of the enforcement in relation to CGS. First, to prevent criminal behavior. Prevention involves all the factors directed towards eliminating the cause crime. Second, to reduce crimes. Crime reduction essentially means eliminating and reducing opportunities for criminal behavior. Third, to apprehend and arrest offenders. This function includes crime investigations and gathering of evidences that could withstand the scrutiny of the court. Fourth, to protect the life and property. Protecting life and property is essentially the purpose why the PNP is created. The last one is to regulate non-criminal conduct. This involves the community service and other maintenance functions of the PNP.
What are the law enforcement agencies in the Philippines?
Some of the law enforcement in the Philippines: Philippine National Police, National Bureau of Investigation, Philippine Coast Guard, Philippine Ports Authority, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Anti-Money Laundering Council, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, Bureau of Immigration, Bureau of Customs, Optical Media Board, National Police Commission, Intellectual Property Office, Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, Philippine Center or Transnational Crime, Philippine Postal Office, National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, Bureau of Internal Revenue, Office of Transport Security, Metro Manila Development Authority, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Securities and Exchange Commission, Land, Land Transportation Office, Manila International Airport Authority, Airport Police Department, Office of the Solicitor General, Department of Labor and Employment, Philippine Overseas Employment Administration, National Telecommunication Commission, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Department of Finance, Office of the Ombudsman, Interagency Council Against Trafficking.
What are the premier law enforcement agencies in the Philippines tasked to enforce criminal law?
The premier law enforcement agencies tasked to enforce criminal law: the Philippine National Police, the National Bureau of Investigation, and the Bureau of Internal Revenue in cases of tax evasion.
What government agencies has a primary mandate to perform police functions under the Constitution?
The Philippine National Police.
How did the PNP come about?
The PNP came about through a legislative act by Congress pursuant to the constitutional mandate to establish one police force throughout the Philippines.
What law or act of Congress caused the establishment of the PNP?
The PNP was established by the enactment of Republic Act 6975, otherwise known as the DILG Act of 1990, reorganizing the Department of Interior and Local Government.
Has there been a reorganization of the PNP? Explain.
Yes, there has been a reorganization of the PNP by virtue of the enactment of Republic Act 8551 on February 28, 1998, entitled the Philippine National Police Reform Act of 1998.
In reorganizing the PNP, what criteria were followed by the National Police Commission and NAPOLCOM in its implementation?
First, increase visibility through dispersal of the personnel from the headquarters to the field offices. And last is efficient and optimized delivery of police services to the community.
What are the specific powers and functions of the PNP?
Under Republic Act 6975, the following are the specific powers and functions of the PNP. First, enforce all laws and ordinances relative to the protection of lives and properties, maintain peace and order, and take all the necessary steps to ensure public safety, investigate and prevent crimes, effect the release of criminal offenders, bring offenders to justice, and assist in their prosecution. Then exercise the general power to make arrest, search, and seizure in accordance with the Constitution and pertinent laws. Detain an arrested person for a period not beyond what is prescribed by law, informing the person so detained of all his rights under the Constitution. Issue licenses for the possession of firearms and explosive in accordance with law. Supervise and control the training and operations of security agencies and issue licenses to operate security agencies and to security guards and private detectives for the practice of their professions. And the last one is perform such other duties and exercise to other functions as may be provided by the law.
Basically, the powers enumerated under Republic Act 6975 can be general categorized into four. What are they?
Order maintenance, community service, law enforcement, and neighborhood policing or team policing, community policing.
What are agencies included in NALEC?
The agencies included in NALIC are Philippine Center on Transnational Crime, Philippine Ports Authority, Bureau of Immigration, Anti-Money Laundering Council, Bureau of Customs, Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Optical Media Board, Philippine Coast Guard, Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, National Police Commission, Land Transportation Office, Manila International Airport Authority, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Securities and Exchange Commission, Office of the Solicitor General, Department of Labor and Employment, Philippine Overseas Employment Administration, National Telecommunication Commission, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Department of Finance, and Office of the Ombudsman.
What is crime detection in relation to the administration of criminal justice system?
Through crime detection, the police are typically the first component of the justice system to deal with the commission of the crime.
How is crime detected?
The detection of crime usually occurs in the following manner. First, the most typical way that crimes come to the attention of the police is for the victim to report its occurrence to the police. Second, a least typical way for the police to be advised of the crime is through the reporting of someone who has witnessed its commission or has come upon evidence indicating that a crime has been committed. Then the last one is the police themselves, through their proactive routine operation, discovered that a crime has been committed or has witnessed its commission.
What is the most important part of crime detection?
An important part of crime detection may be the result of an aggressive police work. Experienced police officers and detectives sometimes concentrate their surveillance, operation, and investigation efforts on persons, situations, and places in which past experience has taught them that criminal behavior is likely.
What is buy-bust operation?
Bypass operation is also known as illegal and police parlance the form of entrapment. This simply means that the ways and means are resorted to by the police officers in order to catch a law violator, as distinguished from investi- in instigation wherein the police basically induce a person into committing a crime.
Explain the concept of crime control functions and rationing and the law enforcement pillar.
Crime control functions and reinforcement is almost intertwined with the rationing concept in the enforcement of criminal law. Rationing refers to when the police selectively enforce criminal law for various reasons. In short, the concept of crime control is influenced by the rationing concept that the police administrators are adopting.
Define arrest.
Arrest refers to taking of the person into custody in order that he may be made to answer for the commission of the crime.
What is the importance of arrest in the administration of CGS?
Arrest is important in the administration of criminal justice system because of the accused is not arrested, the court will not acquire jurisdiction over his person unless the person voluntarily surrenders himself to the authorities.
Define probable cause affecting arrest.
Probable cause with respect to arrest is such fact and circumstances which would lead a reasonably discreet and prudent man to believe that an offense has been committed by the person to be arrested.
Define search warrant.
A search warrant is an order in writing issued in the name of the people of the Philippines, signed by the judge, and directed to the police officer, commanding him to search for personal property and bring it before the court.
What are the requisites for the issuance of a search warrant?
A search warrant shall be issued only upon probable cause, in connection with one specific offense, to be determined personally by the judge, after examination under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witness he may produce, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the things to be seized.
What is the general rule in effecting an arrest? Its reason.
The general rule in effecting an arrest is simply to make an arrest only when there is a warrant. The following are its reasons. For the protection of the person making the arrest, in order not to be charged criminally for a violation of Article 124 or Article 125, the revised penal code and other related laws. Also to preclude the filing of any civil and administrative charges against the arresting officer.
What are the duties of arresting officers in case of an arrest without warrant?
The following are duties of the arresting officers: to arrest the accused without necessary delay and to deliver him to the nearest police station or jail. The officer shall inform the person to be arrested and of the fact that a warrant has been issued for his arrest, except when he please or forcibly resist before the officer has the opportunity to so inform him, or when the giving of such information will imperil the arrest. The officer need not have the warrant in his possession at the time of the arrest, but after the arrest, if the person arrested so requires, the warrant shall be shown to him as soon as possible. Then to inform the person arrested about his rights under the Constitution and for the police to observe the mandate of RA 7438.
What are the instances when warrantless arrest is valid? Warrantless search.
Rule 113, Section 5, Warrantless Arrest. A police officer or a private person may, without a warrant, arrest a person first when in his presence the person to be arrested has committed, is actually committing, or is attempting to commit an offense. B. When offense has just been committed and he has probable cause to believe, based on personal knowledge of facts and circumstances, the person to be arrested has committed it. Then when the person to be arrested is a prisoner who has escaped from a penal establishment or place where he is serving final judgment, or temporarily confined while his case is pending, or has escaped while being transferred from one confinement to another.
What is the general rule in effecting search and seizures?
The general rule in effecting a search and seizure is only by virtue of a validly issued search warrant. The reasons for the protection of the searcher not to be charged or of a crime or of theft, robbery, and the like, and for any civil and administrative liabilities.
What do you call by the rule not admitting the unlawfully obtained evidence?
The rule not admitting any unlawful obtained evidence against the accused is referred to the Supreme Court as the ex- exclusionary rule because the same is said to be the fruit of the poisonous tree.
What is the importance of police patrol in the administration of the CGS?
Patrol is the only police function that is directly responsible for crime prevention. Crime prevention is one of the main goals of the criminal justice system.
What is the purpose of patrol? Explain.
The main purpose of patrol is to provide police visibility. By providing police visibility, the patrol officer creates a basic street psychological effect that is, it creates a feeling of fear to would-be offender and a feeling of security and safety to the law-abiding citizen.
What is the importance of criminal investigation in the administration of CGS?
Criminal investigation is important in the administration of the CGS because one of the purpose of criminal investigation is to gather and preserve evidence that will justify their enforcement action in the particular case as well as enable the fact-finding process of the courts and the prosecution of the case successfully and obtain conviction.
Define criminal investigation.
Criminal investigation is an art which deals with the identity and the location of the offender and gather evidence of his guilt in criminal proceedings.
Who is an investigator and what are the qualities of a good investigator?
An investigator is one who is charged with the duty of carrying the objectives of investigation, such as to identify the criminal, locate the offender, and to provide or gather evidence for his guilt.
What are the qualities of a good investigator?
The qualities of a good investigator are the following. First, must have the ability to persevere despite the obstacles and monotony of investigation, must have the ability and intelligence to obtain vital information easily.
Define crime prevention.
Crime prevention is simply defined as the elimination or reduction of the desire and or opportunity to commit a crime.
Why must the police enhance its public image?
It is important for the police to enhance their public image so that full cooperation of the community is attained.
What must the police do in order to enhance its public image?
Increase police visibility through the dispersal of personnel from the headquarters to the field offices, efficient and optimized delivery of police services to the communities, constant dialogue and meetings with the barangay officials in their respective territorial jurisdictions, community service-oriented policing by conducting seminars for the traffic aids, police aids, and the barangay tanod. Then, coordination with the media for image-enhancing project.
What is police discretion?
As defined by Kenneth Colt Davis, discretion means the freedom to make a choice among possible courses of action. It is also defined as the police officer's wise use of wisdom based on his knowledge, education, training, skill under the given situations or conditions.
Enumerate some examples of police discretion.
The following are examples of police discretion. Whether or not to enforce a specific law, or this is referred to as selective enforcement. Whether or not to investigate. whether or not to conduct search of people or building, whether or not to effect an arrest, to determine what charges are to be filed.
What are the principal purposes of preliminary investigation?
The principal purposes of preliminary investigation is to determine whether a crime has been committed and whether there is probable cause to believe that the accused is guilty thereof, to secure the innocent against hasty, malicious, and oppressive prosecution, to protect him from an open and public accusation of a crime, from the trouble, expense, anxiety of a public trial, and to protect the state from useless and expensive trials.
What is the prosecution as a pillar of the criminal justice system?
The prosecution as the pillar of the criminal justice system simply means a criminal action, a proceeding instituted and carried on by due course of law before a competent tribunal for the purpose of determining the guilt or innocence of a person charged with a crime.
How is prosecution of criminal offenses initiated in the Philippine setting?
For offenses that require preliminary investigation, a criminal complaint is instituted by the filing at the office of the public prosecutor. For offenses that do not require preliminary investigation, the same shall be filed as an office of the public prosecutor. In the provinces, the same may be filed directly with the courts. For the so-called private crimes, the same cannot be instituted unless the private offended party gives the consent or initiates the filing of the complaint against the offender, or in the absence or incapacity of the offender to initiate the filing the complaint by those enumerated under the rules. For offenses whose penalty do not exceed imprisonment of 1 year regardless of the fine, and the offender is not corporation, the same shall undergo the required conciliation proceeding as the katarungang pang-barangay.
Is preliminary investigation a constitutional right? Explain.
Preliminary investigation is not a constitutional right. It is merely a statutory right. This right can be waived either expressly or by implication. When the accused failed to invoke his or her right to preliminary investigation before or at the time of the arrangement, he or she is deemed to have waived his or her right to preliminary investigation.
Who is being represented by the prosecutor in the prosecution of the case? Explain.
In the criminal prosecution, the public prosecutor represents the state or the people of the Philippines.
What are some of the roles of the prosecutor?
Roles of the prosecutor includes to conduct preliminary investigation, to make proper recommendation during the inquest proceeding or of the case referred to him by the police after the investigation of the suspect, to represent the government or state during the prosecution of the case against the accused, to act as a legal officer of the province or city in the absence of its legal officer, to investigate administrative cases filed against the state prosecutors, provincial prosecutors, including the support staff of the National Prosecution Service.
Define preliminary investigation.
Preliminary investigation is an inquiry or proceeding to determine whether there is a sufficient ground to engender a well-founded belief that a crime has been committed and the respondent is probably guilty thereof and should be held for trial.
In general, what are the purposes of preliminary investigation?
To inquire concerning the commission of crime and the correction of the accused with it, in order that he may be informed of the nature and character of the crime charged against him, and if there is probable cause for believing him guilty, that the state may take the necessary steps to bring him to trial, to preserve the evidence and keep the witness within the control of the state, and to determine the amount of bail if the offense is bailable.
In our setting, who conducts the prosecution? Discuss.
In our setting, the prosecutor is the government office tasked to conduct the prosecution of criminal actions in a court. The revised rules of court expressly provides the prosecution as the direction and control of the case. Although in the municipal trial court or municipal circuit trial courts, when the when the prosecutor is absent, the offended party or any peace officer or public officer charged with the enforcement of the law violated may prosecute the case. But such authority shall cease upon actual intervention of prosecutor or upon
Can preliminary investigation be waived? Explain.
preliminary investigation is not a constitutional right. It is merely a statutory right. This right can be waived either expressly or by implication. When the accused failed to invoke his or her right to preliminary investigation before or at the time of the arraignment, he or she is deemed to have waived his or her right to preliminary investigation.
In the administration of criminal justice system, what is the role of the prosecutor?
To conduct preliminary investigation, to make proper recommendation during the inquest proceeding of the case referred to them by the police after the investigation of the suspect, to represent the government or state during the prosecution of the case against the accused, to act as a legal officer of the province or city in the absence of its legal officer, to investigate administrative cases filed against the state prosecutors, provincial prosecutors, including the support staff of the National Prosecution Service.
Is preliminary investigation a matter of right? Discuss.
Preliminary investigation is not a constitutional right. It is merely a statutory right. Preliminary investigation is a matter of right only when the crime committed is punishable by the penalty of at least 4 years, 2 months, and 1 day, regardless of the amount of fine. Otherwise, it is not.
What are some of the discretion of prosecutors?
Whether or not to file case in court, what charges to file, whether or not to decline to prosecute the arrested party, whether or not to enter into plea bargaining.
When is it necessary to conduct a preliminary investigation?
Provincial or city prosecutors under assistants, national and regional state prosecutors, and other officers as may be authorized by law such as the Ombudsman and the Special Prosecutor and Public Prosecutors duly authorized by the Ombudsman with respect to cases under its jurisdiction, the COMELEC with respect to cases in violation of election law, private lawyers when duly deputized by any of the above.
Is there an instance when preliminary investigation is not required to be conducted even if the crime is that requires preliminary investigation?
There is no need to conduct preliminary investigation unless the person arrested asks for preliminary investigation. However, before the same can be done, he must sign a waiver under the provision of Article 125 of the Revised Penal Code.
Who decides when bail should be granted?
A judge.
What is the most prosecutorial discretion?
The most important prosecutorial discretion is deciding whether or not to file the case in court against the accused.
Who are the persons authorized to conduct preliminary investigation?
Provincial or city prosecutors and their assistants, national and regional state prosecutors, and judge of the municipal trial courts and municipality circuit trial courts.
When is bail a matter of right? When is bail discretion?
At the MTC, MCTC, and METC, all persons in custody shall be admitted to bail as a matter of right before or after conviction. At the regional trial court, all persons in custody shall be admitted to bail as a matter of right before conviction of an offense not punishable by death, reclusion perpetua, or life imprisonment. Bail is discretionary, is solely a court's prerogative based on the strength of the evidence at hand, the gravity of the offense, and the character or risk that the accused will commit another crime or escape, among others.
Enumerate some of the reasons for prosecutorial rejection or dismissal of some criminal cases.
insufficient evidence that results from a failure to find sufficient physical evidence that links the defendant to the offense, witness problem that arise, for example, when a witness fails to appear, gives unclear or inconsistent statements, is reluctant to testify, is unsure of the identity of the offender, due process problems that involves the violations of the constitutional requirements for seizing evidence and for the questioning of the accused.
Give an example of other officers authorized by law to conduct preliminary investigation.
Other officers as may be authorized by law such as the Ombudsman and the Special Prosecutor and Public Prosecutors duly authorized by the Ombudsman with respect to cases under its jurisdiction, the COMELEC with respect to cases in violation of election law, private lawyers when duly deputized by any of the above.
Define probable cause in the conduct of preliminary investigation as distinguished from probable cause in the issuance of the warrant of arrest.
The executive determination of probable cause concerns itself with whether there is enough evidence to support an information being filed.
When may a judge issue a warrant of arrest?
Arrest warrant must be issued by a judge only after examining the complainant and the witnesses he may produce and after finding probable cause to believe that the person to be arrested has committed the crime.
What are some of the factors that may influence prosecutorial decisions?
Pressure from the public, pressure from the media, the desire to get rid of the suspect who is particular problem to the community, the belief that new evidence would be discovered and that such evidence would be favorable to the suspect, the nature of the complaint and the attitude of the offended party, the seriousness of the offense, and the exchange of the relationship among the components of the CGS, as well as the congestions within and the resource demands placed upon the system.
What is the relevance of preliminary investigation in the administration of CGS?
To determine who committed the crime and to apprehend the offender.
What is the primary goal that the prosecutor may consider in charging decision?
Crime prevention is the primary goal of the prosecutor in charging decision.
Does the prosecutor have a greater discretion than the police? Why?
Yes, the prosecutor has even greater discretion than the police. The prosecutor may refuse to file formal charges against those arrested, hence minimizing or influencing the arrest power to decision-making of the police.
What would be the effect of the above discretion of the prosecutor over police performance of their duty?
The discretion of prosecutors plays a crucial role in shaping police performance, from guiding investigations and evidence collection to ensuring accountability and improving public trust in the legal system.
What are the remedies available should the prosecutor without just cause decline to prosecute a crime?
File a motion for reconsideration, file an administrative appeal with the Secretary of Justice, file an administrative case against the prosecutor, file a civil case against the prosecutor, file a special civil action for grave abuse of discretion, and file a criminal case against the prosecutor.
What is bail?
Bail is the security given for the release of the person in the custody of the law, furnished by him or the bondsman to guarantee his appearance before any court as required under the condition as specified.
Where should the bail be posted?
A bail may be posted or filed before the court of the place where the accused was arrested other than the court where his case was filed.
May the bail be filed in a court other than the court where the case is filed?
In some instances, when there is no available RTC court in the place, the bail may be filed at the MTC or MATC of the place where the accused was arrested.
What is the purpose of bail?
The purpose of bail is to secure the appearance of the accused before the court when so required, and of course, to provide the accused of his temporary liberty while awaiting the processing and the disposition of the case filed against him.
What are the kinds of bail?
The kinds of bail are property, cash, corporate, and recognizance.
What is the role of judges in criminal cases at the trial at sentencing?
The following activities attest to this role of judges before trial. First, judges determine whether there is probable cause for the issuance of the warrant of arrest or search warrant. Second, they determine whether the accused will be released on bail or the amount of the bail to be posted. And the last one is they hear and rule on the motions made by the defense and the prosecutor before trial.
Define court and explain its concept in relation to the administration of criminal justice system.
The court is important in the administration of the criminal justice system because court is the final arbiter of all disputes or issues involving violations of criminal law or other laws as the nature of the case may be.
When does the role of judges in a criminal case begin?
The role or participation of judges in the criminal justice system actually begins long before the actual trial takes place.
Illustrate the different courts and their respective jurisdiction in criminal cases.
Supreme Court has appellate jurisdiction over decisions of the Court of Appeals, Sandigan Bayan, and the regional trial courts in certain cases. The Court of Appeals has appellate jurisdiction over decision of the regional trial courts and certain quasi-judicial agencies. Sandigan Bayan is a special appellate collegial court with jurisdiction over criminal and civil cases involving graft and corrupt practices and other offenses committed by public officers and employees. RTCs have jurisdictions over criminal cases where the penalty is more than 6 years of imprisonment. Metropolitan Trial Court have jurisdiction over criminal cases where the penalty prescribed by law is imprisonment of 6 years or less, irrespective of other penalties or civil liabilities arising from such offenses. And the Sharia have jurisdiction over criminal cases involving Muslims and that are specified in the Code of Muslim Personal Laws.
How may the court acquire jurisdiction over the case?
The court acquires jurisdiction over the case through a combination of factors that establish its authority to hear and decide the matter.
How many jurisdiction over the person of the accused be acquired?
Either by his or her arrest or voluntary appearance in a court.
What is enumerate the general functions of the courts in relation to the CJs? Explain each.
The general functions of the court in relation to the criminal justice system: first, to protect the rights of the accused. The courts are responsible for reviewing the actions of law enforcement agencies to ensure that the police have not violated the rights of the accused. Second, to determine by all legal means whether a person is guilty of a crime. Review all the evidences presented by the police to determine its relevance and admissibility in accordance with the Constitution and the rules of court. Third, to dispose properly of those convicted of the crimes. The courts have the responsibility to examine the background of the accused and the circumstances of the crime. Fourth, to protect the society. After the accused has been found guilty, the court may be determined if the offender should be removed from the society and incarcerated in order to protect the safety of life and property, and this is especially true in case of probation. The last one is to prevent and reduce criminal behavior. This is the task of properly imposing the proper penalty and sanctions that will serve to deter the future criminal acts by the offender and also serve as an example and deterrent to others who would commit criminal acts or threaten public safety.
Distinguish judges from courts.
Judges are spoken of as courts, and the courts are referred to when the person means judges.
What are the qualifications of judges and justices?
Supreme Court justices, lower collegiate court judges, and lower court judges.
What is the present crisis we have in courts?
The most pressing problems facing the Philippine justice system are corruption, high crime levels, lack of trust in government laws and policies, and difficulties in settling legal conflicts.
How are judges and justices of our courts selected and appointed?
All members of the judiciary are to be selected and recommended for appointment by the Judicial and Bar Council. However, the appointment of the members of the Supreme Court and judges of the lower courts shall be appointed by the President from the list of at least 3 nominees prepared by the Judicial and Bar Council for every such a vacancy.
Define jurisdiction and venue. Distinguish jurisdiction from venue.
Jurisdiction is the authority of the court to hear and try a particular offense and to impose the punishment provided by the law, while venue refers to the place, location, or site where the case is to be heard or on its merits.
What is meant by continuous trial?
Continuous trial aims to streamline the judicial process and enhance the efficiency of the courts.
Is there an existing provision of law governing suspension of sentence for youthful offenders?
Presidential Decree Number 1179 amended the Child and Youth Welfare Code by requiring a youth offender to apply for suspension of his sentence.
How are judges controlled and their activity that might affect the image of the justice system?
Judges are controlled and guided in their activities through various mechanisms designed to uphold the integrity and credibility of the justice system.
What is motion to squash? What are its grounds?
A motion to quash is a hypothetical admission of facts alleged in the information, hence the court is in resolving the motion can consider facts contrary to those alleged information. This is like motion to dismiss in civil cases.
What is arraignment?
Arraignment is the stage where the issues are joined in criminal action and without which the proceeding cannot advance further or, if held, will otherwise be void.
Is the presence of the accused necessary in arraignment?
Yes, the personal presence of the accused during the arraignment is necessary.
May an accused validly plead to a lesser offense without the consent of the offended party?
The accused may plead to a lesser offense, but the same should be with the consent of the offended party and the prosecutor, and provided the same is necessarily included in the offense charge.
When can there be pre-trial?
There can only be a pre-trial when the accused pleads not guilty at the arraignment.
What are the purpose of pre-trial?
Plea bargaining, stipulation of facts, marking or identification of evidence, and such matter as will promote a fair and expeditious trial of the criminal and civil aspects of the case.
What is the order of trial?
The order of trial refers to the sequence of procedural steps followed during a court trial.
Differentiate the schools of thought in explaining criminal justice system.
First, the classical school emphasizes that individuals have free will and make rational choices to commit crimes. The positivist school argues that criminal behavior is determined by factors beyond an individual's control. Pre-classical school is supernatural and religious explanations. Crime was often attributed to supernatural forces, religious influence, and demonic possession, while the neoclassical school recognizes that while individuals have free will, their choices can be influenced by mitigating circumstances such as age, mental state, or social environment.
When can we say that there is justice?
Justice means giving each person what he or she deserves, or, in more traditional terms, giving each person his or her due.
Explain the following maxims. Nolum crimen, nolum poena sine ding. Actos non facet trium nisi mensing. Actos me inveti, factos non est meos actos. Ignorantia liges nemenem axosa.
Nolum crimen nolum poena sine legi. This principle asserts that a person cannot be charged with a crime or punished unless the conduct was defined as a crime by law before the act was committed. Actus non facit reum nisi mens rea. This principle distinguishes between the physical act or actus reus and the mental state or mens rea of a person committing a crime. When the actus me invite factus, non est meus actus, this principle asserts that the person cannot be held criminally liable for actions that they were compelled to do under duress or coercion.
When can there be crime?
When a person violates the law.
Explain the different stages of the criminal justice process.
Investigation, detecting crime, gathering evidence, and arresting suspects. Prosecution, preliminary investigation and filing charges. Arraignment and plea, formal reading of charges and entering plea. Pre-trial, conference to simplify issues and plea bargaining. Trial, presentation and examination of evidence leading to verdict. Judgment, deliberation, verdict, and sentencing. Appeal, reviewing and possibly overturning the lower court's decision. Execution of sentence, implementing the court's sentence. Post-convict remedies, challenging detention or seeking clemency.
What is the concept of appeal?
Appeal is statutory right granted to the accused for the annulment of an adverse decision or conviction of the trial court against him or her.
What is the importance of adhering to the order of trial?
The importance of adhering to the order of trial is to serve justice equally. The order of trial allow more truthful and nuanced interpretation of the law to avoid biased enforcement of the law.
When may trial courts modify the order of trial?
When the accused admits the act or omission charged in a complaint or information but interposes a lawful defense, the order of trial may be modified.
What is the importance of the courts in the administration of CJs?
Because court is the final arbiter of all disputes or issues involving violation of criminal law or other laws as the nature of the case may be.
Who has the control in presenting the state's evidence?
The court.
May an accused be discharged as a state witness?
Yes.
What is the effect of the discharge of accused?
Evidence in support of the discharge shall automatically form part of the trial unless the court denies the motion to discharge.
Define judgment.
A judgment is the law's final word pronounced by a competent authority in a controversy submitted to it.
What is the nature of a guilty plea?
Considered to be a judicial admission of the offense to which a defendant plead, a judicial admission to all of the elements of the charge, and is considered to be a waiver of substantial constitutional rights.
What is the fourfold duty of the court in the arraignment?
To inform the accused that he has the right to have his own counsel before arraignment. After giving such information, the court must ask the accused whether he desires the aid of the counsel. If he so desires to procure the service of the counsel, the court must grant a reasonable time to do so. And if he so desires to have a counsel but is unable to employ one, the court must assign a counsel to do official.
What is the weight of evidence required in order to convict the accused?
If they can find guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, they will convict. But if the defense can present evidence that creates a reasonable doubt, they will make a ruling of not guilty.
Is appeal a constitutional right?
No, appeal is statutory right.
What is meant by acquittal and its effect?
Acknowledgement by the court of the innocence of the defendant or defendants.
Is there an existing provision of law governing suspension of sentence for adult offenders?
Subject to the provisions of this decree, the court may, after it shall have convicted and sentenced a defendant, and upon application at any time of said defendant, suspend the exertion of said sentence and place the defendant on probation for such period and upon such terms and conditions as it may deem best.
Distinguish the suspension of sentence from suspension of promulgation and its effect.
The suspension of sentence delays the execution of an already pronounced sentence, typically involving probation, while the suspension of promulgation delays the formal announcement of the judgment, allowing for further evaluation or consideration before finalizing the sentence.
Who has the right to appeal?
Defendant convicted of criminal offenses.
What are the 7 different institutional corrections in the Philippines?
The 7 different institutional corrections in the Philippines are New Bilibid Prison at Muntinlupa City, San Ramon Prison and Penal Farms, San Ramon, Davao, Iwahig Prisons and Penal Farms, Iwahig, Palawan, Abuyog Penal Colony, Abuyog, Leyte, or Leyte Regional Prisons, Davao Prisons and Penal Farms, Davao, Correctional Institution for Women, Mandaluyong City, and the Sablayan Prisons and Penal Farms, Sablayan Oriental, Mindoro.